Are you tired of spending countless hours studying without seeing any significant improvement in your memory? Well, fret no more. In today's video, I'm going to share some jaw-dropping techniques that will help you memorize faster and more effectively. So there are 5 study methods, and I'm going to share with you some tools and apps for each of these methods. So let's dive in. Number 1, Pomodoro technique. Research has shown that our brain works the best in short bursts of focused activity. And this Pomodoro technique is all about breaking your study sessions. Here it is. You need to have a focused study session for 25 minutes and then take a 5 minutes break. Ideally, what you have to do is repeat this cycle at least 3 times and then have a longer break. This helps to keep your concentration sharp and prevents you from burnout. Now comes the tool. To adapt this technique, you can use the tool called Forest. It's an app, and I have personally used it when I was working on my dissertation, and it works wonders. Other than the app, you can also use a physical timer and have it right on your study desk. Technique number 2, spaced repetition. Again, proven by research, spacing out your studying over time helps you in retaining more information. With spaced repetition, you review your material at increasing intervals, and this ensures that it's solidified in your long-term memory. For example, let's say you're learning 10 new vocabulary words. So you've learned it on day 1, review them in a few days' time, let's say in 2 days, then give a pause, review it after 10 days, give a pause again, then repeat it after maybe 3 weeks or 4, and then so on. You increase the time until it is stamped right here. And the apps that will help you with spaced repetition are Anki and Quizlet. You can also use physical flashcards. Technique number 3, active recall. Research says that actively retrieving information from your memory will enhance learning. Active recall involves self-quizzing or summarizing your concepts or telling the information to someone else. For example, after you have read a certain chapter in a book, close the book and write down or type whatever you remember from that chapter. What's happening here is you are making your brain think and think again whatever there was in that chapter. Of course, you would remember some chunk, not all. So what you do again is compare it from the original content and then fill up the gaps. This technique is mostly combined with spaced repetition. When you have summarized the chapter, after a couple of days, go back to the topic and retrieve all that information you had. There you will do the active recall and you're going to add more and more to whatever you remember. To incorporate this technique, I would suggest to have review sessions. Before I move on to the next 2 techniques, I need to mention that the content of this video has been made with the help of an AI tool called content.ai. It is an exceptional tool for all the content creators who are bloggers, who are doing e-commerce, who are in social media, who create videos, and who are looking for more ideas and more patterns into their content creation. I have a separate video on content.ai, so if you're interested, have a look at the video and see the hands-on experience of that tool. I've shared the link in the description below, so you can click on that and have fun with the tool. Now, coming back to the last 2 points. Point number 4, visual aids and mind maps. To enhance your comprehension and memory, it is highly suggested to add visual elements in your study routine. Remember back in school, our science books used to have the diagram along with the text, and that was super helpful with all the labeling and the colors in it. It was easier for us to keep the image in mind compared to having the text. And this is what mind maps will do. The whole idea behind this is to simplify and gamify any complex concept that you have. And the tools that you can use to make mind maps are Canva and there is Miro. I have a full video on Canva. I love the tool. It also adds on to your ideas. Add colors to that, make flowcharts, add symbols, and that will make it more fun and easier to remember. The last technique is teach someone else. Teaching someone else has been proven to be the most effective way to reinforce your understanding of any topic. For this, what you can do is find a study buddy or a study group of 3 to 4 people. Whatever topic or concept you're studying, simplify that and explain it to your buddy. You can use different examples. You can also add analogies, and it will make the whole topic easier and again fun and engaging for you. You can also participate in online forums, and let's say you do not have a study buddy, you do not know anyone around, you can start your study blog. Whatever you learn, you can just write a blog about it and then post it. Alright, these were my 5 study techniques. I have applied some during my student life and they worked amazingly well. Remember, you cannot apply all the techniques in one go. I would suggest you to experiment with one and the other, mix it up and see what works best for you and your study schedule. So good luck and happy learning!